Great. Today lesson now is about solving equations with fractions. So anytime we're solving for a variable, we want to get the variable to stand alone. When I say stand alone, I mean I want the variable to be on one side or the other of the equal side sign without anything with it. These are called coefficients, but I want it to just stand all by itself. So figure out just what D equals. I don't want to know what 3/8D equals. I just want to know what D equals. So what I would do is I would do the same thing that you learned in the previous lesson, is that you want to do the opposite in order to get rid of it. So if I wanted to add 6, what would I do to get rid of 6? I would take away 6. So same concept. If I'm multiplying 3/8 times D, the way I can get rid of it is I could do the inverse, which is the opposite. I would just take it upside down. I could say 8/3 times D, and I would really get what? If I did 8/3, 8 times 3 is 24. 3 times 8 is 24. So really I would have 24/24 D, which, and then I'll explain further in a second. But if I do it to one side, I have to balance it out. I have to do it to the other side. So I multiply this side by 8/3 as well. Once I've done that, I would get 24/24 D equals 96/3. Now I want you to pay attention. Why before I was just marking it out? What is 24/24 D? That's just 1. That just means 1. So 1D. D is by itself. Now, what would I do in order to figure out what D equals? I would say 96 divided by 3, and I believe that would give me 32. Yes, 32. So D is 32. If I want to go back in and plug it in, I could say 3/8 D, which is 32. This just means multiplication when you see a parentheses there, equals 12. Let's see if we're right. 96 divided by 8 gives me 12. So it's correct. Okay. Now this one, 16 equals 2/5 C. I want the C to be all by itself on this side. So in order to get it all by itself on this side, I'm going to do the inverse of this, which is 2 divided by 5. I'm going to say 5 divided by 2. Just flipping it over. Okay, so then, like I said, this is 10/10 C. I can write 10/10 C if it helps you guys. Or I could multiply, or yeah, I could just leave it alone, whichever step you need. So, so now I would say 5/2 times 16. So then I would get 6, 7, 8. What is that? 80/2. And then, like I said, this is just 1. This is the same as saying 1C, which is just C. 80 divided by 2 is 40. I could go back in, plug it in. 2/5 times 40 should give me 16. Let's check. 80/5, and I got 80 because I know this is the same as saying 40/1. And whenever I have the parentheses, I multiply. So 80/5 is 16. And that's it.